Who do you think it was? I don't think anyone's gonna get it.
I'm just gonna say it's Mini Thin or something like that.
No.
Tim Horace or something.
No. One more guess. He was. I'll give you a hint. He was
Jelly Roll?
No, God, no.
Yeah, I think that was Jelly Roll.
Dude, he's the
backwater bussy.
He's like the nicest guy I've ever wanted to hate.
Jelly Roll?
He was a really popular country singer, like super popular.
Did
like,
he used to make good stuff?
His daughter's now popular too.
I don't know. She's popular
Billy
anymore.
Ray Cyrus?
Yeah, that's who it was.
Wait, was that really?
It was Billy Ray Cyrus. I swear to God.
Yeah, Backwater Blumpkin. That's who I meant. That's his nickname. That's him and his daughter's band.
Well, while all of that was going on, I was watching the Zoom room and my eyes were focused on Wiener Master. I saw almost everything. Almost everything.
I think if you asked him, he'd give you everything.
I think I saw a Dark Shadow, which it scared me a little bit, and I'm gonna have to give him a big hug when I see him in June this year.
He wants you to hug him from behind.
The only thing that would have made that song better is if he had a lisp.
I wish all country like stars would do just like one like super ghetto song. Like if Alan Jackson did like where I come from, it's big booty bitches or something like that.
This is all I heard when I heard that song just now.
Is that PANUS?
Stop dreaming about penis.
Who was that?
I was trying to...
Wheeler Walker Jr.
No, it's not.
Oh, is it?
His name is even better. Samuel Saint.
Man, I really want to see Wheeler Walker Jr. one of these days.
Oh, he's great.
Dude, Billy Ray Cyrus was like... I mean, I think my stepsister had a Billy Ray Cyrus shirt. She was like really into country music, and then she made meth and went to jail. And I don't know if she was listening to country music anymore after that.
No.
Could you look at me and know that my family made meth?
Yes.
Yeah, while they were listening to pop country.
That made no sense.
100%.
No, she had a Travis Tritt shirt too. She was real.
Travis Tritt ain't no country. I mean, his
last name's Tritt.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying way too hard. Now,
I thought it was real.
If you're Garth Brooks, it's acceptable because he's like the creator of pop country. Basically.
What about Chris Gaines?
Chris Gaines?
Jeez.
Next level.
Emo Garth Brooks.
Is the guy who's on our show tonight, is he a redneck? Because there's a bunch of redneck mountain bikers down in Virgin.
I don't know. He seems like a good guy from everything that I've heard.
I don't think Luke is a redneck, even though his name is Luke.
Well, and with that name, though, it's, what is it, Whitlock?
Yeah.
That's way too, like... Seems kind of high end.
Well, I don't know, dude. Luke Whitlock sounds like we might be playing his song in 20 years from now.
We can thank Gabe Bendley for the connection. They're friends. They work together at OTE. And also, we found out recently that we have another connection in common. Sebastian, normal mountain biker. They've been friends for a while, I guess.
Luke and Sebastian?
Yeah, he's shaking his head. Yes.
Are they besties?
Sebastian,
I don't know. Well, let me ask him. Are you guys? Luke, I'm gonna ask you on mute. Are you guys besties?
That's a good way to start the interview.
So. I think we are. No, I met Sebastian a few years ago at something like Sea Otter, TDS or something. I forget what it was, but we had some mutual friends, and yeah, he's a good dude.
TDS? Have you raced in it?
Oh, yeah, like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
Oh, nice. You should try to get him to come this year. It's a good time, man.
I know. I'd definitely be racing e-bikes if I came this year.
Sweet. Solid.
I raced normal bikes that mud year, and I about died.
That was a really good year. Especially if you're not on an e-bike, because e-bikes are gay.
Well, the cool thing is, we totally went off script. We just started the show with our guest, so we'll get to all the other stuff that we normally do later. But the guy who's going to be angry over there is Jimmy, the guy who cut his hair, and I'm having such a time with it. I cut 4 inches off my own hair, and then I thought to myself, I'm a huge pussy. And then I came in here and saw this. And
I was really drunk.
It really makes me.
And it was cut by like 5 drunken dudes too. So it's
looks pretty good considering.
Yeah.
Drunken mistake.
Well, I mean, we can do the actual. We can do the actual intro if you want.
Nah, I'm not worried about it.
All right, cool.
And then the guy over there who's gonna fuck everything up in the green uniform. That is Boston Rob. That is, and I'm Cheef. That's our show. So we don't have to do the intro. We'll get back to Luke. So Luke rode in Rampage last year, and I met Luke maybe 2 years ago when I was slumming around down in the desert, and it was really funny. Here's like my first Luke story that I remember. I didn't even know him at the time, but we had gone off to ride Monkey and Kong, and he was down at the base where you wait kind of by the track there with my wife. And you guys all know my wife's very sweet, but she has a potty mouth. And so Luke was even 2 years younger than he is now. And so we got back and she was like, that Luke kid is really, really nice. She's like, I feel bad because I was saying fuck like every other word and cussing and all this stuff. And so, Luke, I apologize for my wife's potty mouth that day.
It's all right. I work construction. It's nothing.
Makes you trust somebody.
Yeah, that's for sure. So you rode in Rampage last year. Obviously, I think that was something that you had, a goal that you had set your sights on for quite some time. What was the process of getting there for you? Because it seemed to me like you're riding a lot, and then you're in, and not that you're not a good rider. I was like, wow, Luke made it in. That's great. Like, I just didn't see it like happening, and it did all of a sudden. So that was really cool. How did that end up happening that way?
Well, I guess it starts with getting the opportunity to dig for Kyle Straight in 2023. Just knowing him through like trail building, through Census Rad Trails, Inc.'s company, and all that. I worked with him on a few projects with Kyle, and then I got to know him a little bit, and he asked me to dig in 2023, and I was super down because I, always thought like as a young mountain biker, like, oh, Rampage is the pinnacle, like that's where I want to be, and that's what I want to do. So it was like perfect opportunity to like get in and kind of show that I can be out there digging, hanging with the guys and whatnot. And I'm from Reno, Nevada. If you guys didn't know, I was born and raised there. And in 23, in like September, I was getting ready to come down here, ride a little bit before digging for Kyle and Rampage, and basically just told myself like, all right, like if this is what I want to do and want to get into Rampage someday, like I got to move down there and train and ride and do the thing. So I packed my truck full of my essentials and was like, all right, I'm not coming back to Reno after Rampage. I'm staying down there until I need a moving truck to get all my stuff. So
nice.
Moved, did Rampage with Kyle. It was an insane year, like comeback year for him after breaking his back on that gnarly feature, and he got a top to bottom line, and Zinc won that year and our line was shared. So that was like that feeling and atmosphere and just energy was so insane and made me just like fall in love with it even more. Basically after Rampage, I just figured it out, got a room with one of my buddies and Dylan Coburn, and just rode as many days as we could and got a construction job and working construction since, and just trained all last winter and rode every moment, and built some gnarly features out in Virgin that I thought would be, new and exciting and a little different than kind of what normal freeride guys are doing right now. And I filmed and got some footage into the committee for Rampage, and then ended up just getting the nod in like July or whatever. Called me out, got the email. So that's kind of the brief breakdown on my story on how that happened, was just filming and getting it done.
So what's your reaction? Because you're right, that is the pinnacle. You can't go higher. What did you do? Like, did you jump up and down? Did you, what happened?
Yeah, it was kind of nuts because it was like much, like last year was so hard, and it was like just such a working like 5 days in construction, like 40-50 hour weeks, and then trying to figure out riding too, and keeping my mind right, and then filming on top of that, like just with my little camera setup and whatnot. And I don't know, I think it was like just a lot of like, it was so intense and so heavy feeling in the moment of like training and doing these gnarly things for the video and all that like when I got the email, I was like kind of relieved and like not like, it was kind of surreal feeling. Like it wasn't like this crazy excited, like, oh my gosh, no way. I just like saw the email and was like, oh, I did it. Like crazy. And then I don't think it set in really until like a month before Rampage. That's when I was like, it was like starting to get exciting because it was like, you know, Red Bull people were coming into town and like filmed a bit for the live broadcast and whatnot. And that's when I was like, oh crap, like I'm really in it. This is really a thing. And then I think, yeah, that's really when the excitement set in. I think it was like right before it all started.
Was there like this anticipation? So like, you know, if you're trying out for a team or something like that and you're like, okay, I know this thing might happen. Did you go through those feelings too? Yeah, for sure. Like I've been putting in, like, if anyone who's like unfamiliar with how it works, I guess, is like there's a committee that votes on rider submissions for the year on like who gets into the event, who gets the wild card spots. And a big part of that is like video part and then prior contest results and whatnot, and just kind of everything applicable in like your career as a mountain bike free rider. And I've been putting in for like 2 or 3 years prior to that. Like, okay, like, you know, I'd like to get on the radar. I think like what I've done is, you know, good enough to feel like I could be there, but you know, like whenever I like didn't get the invite years prior, it was kind of like, yeah, I get that. And then this year I was like so drained, and everything after the winter like felt like I put in everything I absolutely had, to where like it was definitely like relieving feeling getting that email. And like, yeah, it's hard to describe, it really is, but it was like kind of just like a feeling of relief, you know, just because it was just such a grind last winter and all that. So yeah.
Nice. Actually, yeah. You take it. You had taken the question. I wanted to ask him what.
Oh, I took the question.
Yeah, I took the question. I wanted to ask him what that email felt like.
Well, I have a question though that kind of relates to something you just said, and this one's from Philip, and he sent this on Instagram where old people still hang out. It says, "How are you balancing work and biking, and how do you find time to ride during a normal week?" Which is a great question because I don't think I've ridden my bike for like the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months.
It's because you're old.
Yeah,
I'm a kid.
Damn it.
I mean, it's hard for sure. Like you got to make sacrifices if that's what you want to do. And that's what I guess like told myself, like, all right, if this is the thing that I want, like I've got to go after work, after working 10 hours or whatever, and jet out to the desert and go ride for 30 minutes if I have to. And then just utilizing like our work schedule switched last year to 410s, which is pretty sweet. Like made it harder to ride after work in the winter just because there's no light. But we get Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So that's, you know, 3 hard days of riding. I was able to get in, but I mean, even with, you know, like work and all that, I wouldn't probably, if I didn't have to work, I probably wouldn't be riding like more than 4 days a week, you know? So I spend a lot of time in the gym and running and stuff, and keeping my body right. So, you know, I utilize that time during the week after work to kind of tick those things off. And then, you know, the weekends I hit it hard.
Nice. You know who I've seen in the gym a lot lately is Navi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Navi Guerra. I mean, we all know him, but some people who are listening may not.
Last name, Guerra?
Guerra?
Hey, Luke, how old are you, Luke?
I'm 24.
Oh, that's prime time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Man, that would be. Now I see how he's doing it.
As I say, me, Kickstand and myself, we used to go to work, mid-20s. We'd go to work and we'd go hit High Street in the middle of winter time after work. Sun would be going down. It's like, yeah, fuck it, we're going to go. And we even had sessions on stupid logs and shit. And I don't know when it was, maybe early 30s. I was like, get done with work and 10 hours felt like 30.
I know exactly what it was. It was 39. It was exactly 39. It was 7 years ago.
You made it a ways.
Dude, I was like, what's happening? I tried to go to the gym and then go ride and play hockey in one day, and I used to be able to do it. Can't do it anymore. Yeah.
Oh,
and I just looked at Katie at the gym, and I go, I can't do what I used to do.
I'm broken.
Such a horrible realization, too.
What happens when you have a baby?
But then, go ahead.
No, you're good.
No.
So,
No, go ahead. You're good.
Let's get you off. I was going to ask Luke, because the other day these guys had shared you were coming on, and so I hopped online and saw you do a huge ass step down backflip. And I remember the very, very first time I did like a step down backflip was the coolest fucking feeling ever. But the one I saw you do was like about 3 times as big as mine. What's the biggest drop you've done, and maybe like what's the biggest backflip you've done?
Biggest drop? I don't know. I haven't really like measured.
Ish. You can give us a 69 footer, you know.
Probably like 50 to 60, 55, 60 foot.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm not super into riding like a lot of the massive stuff out here in Virgin that like other people build. I have like a really weird thing in my head. Like if I don't put the work into it myself, like I don't really like feel as confident as I would if I built it. Yeah, so I'm not like, there's dudes out here that are just sessioning 60-foot drops, and it's like, yeah,
that's cool. But
that like,
yeah,
I'll build like I like doing my own thing, and I kind of feel like that's just who I am too, is like do my own thing, not really follow the crowd too much. So but definitely some big drops I have.
Yeah, that's way more free ride anyways. 60,
some overshoots, maybe more than that.
Yeah, as it should be. Yeah, ride your own shit. Don't go just session the shit. I always when I see people out there and they're just sessioning stuff, and I'm like, have you even like built something raw and then ridden it? No. And yeah, that's what I like about Luke. He seems like he goes out and builds his own shit and really has fun doing more unique shit, and that's more impressive to me than just something 30 different people have hit every week for the last 2 years, you know.
Well, you can't be like alone all the time. Like, who do you like riding with down there?
I mean, the crew's so like huge down here in the winter. It's like, there's a massive group of people and all that. But I mean, my main riding crew is like Dylan Coburn and Matt Ware. He's also my boss, which is pretty sweet. And then Matt's kids, the Adventure Groms.
Yeah.
So they're like, we kind of roll deep, us three and the kids. So.
Yeah, Matt's a great guy to ride with. He really made me a better rider over the last few years. When I went down there, I was terrified of everything.
I saw him this summer at Deer Valley, and I didn't recognize. He's like, "Hey, Rob, what's going on?" I'm like,
what's his Instagram handle? So I know who you're talking about.
His or his kids?
His.
I can't remember. He just got a new one about the time I stopped caring about.
Because I know who he is because of the Adventure Grounds thingamajig.
Yeah, he's a good rider for sure. Super solid rider. Watching Matt jump is fun, but his tech riding is really, 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 really good. I would say.
Give me tech.
Do you like?
Gnarly dude.
What's that? He's a gnarly dude.
He's a gnarly dude.
Yeah, he's slammed up right now though, ain't he?
Leave it a bit. Dude, yeah, that was super gnarly.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
The other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully he posts the clip soon.
Oh, is that him riding with Rhino?
I don't know.
Up on?
I don't think so. I think that was a different guy.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I've only the only person.
Slam on the monk.
I think I saw Amelia Capuano riding with Rhino. That's the only person I've seen riding.
They had a big crew the last couple of weeks down there.
Yeah, it's gotten huge down there the last couple of years. I remember going down there like 5 years ago, and like there just wasn't as many people there, and if they were more spread out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dylan's a great dude too. I don't know if you've ever met Dylan.
I've never met him, but I follow him, and I like what these guys do. I do too. A lot of people forget that guys like you, I was called you Dylan, Luke, actually have like regular jobs. I don't know what Matt does, so I'm curious. What in construction do you do?
Oh, construction talk.
Yeah, I'm working in low voltage electrical stuff right now. So we're doing data, and then we're also doing some lighting stuff with this crazy new system, and then Matt's kind of up in operations, working in the office, and I'm out in the field. Dylan actually works with me too.
Nice.
We work together, so it's pretty fun.
I'm just gonna throw this out. You stay down south, and we won't have no beef. Come up here and get in my low volt cheese. I'm gonna be fucking around real hard.
I do have something like a little more serious though, and I actually wrote this down.
I think this whole thing's been serious. It's like the most serious interview we've ever done.
Probably.
Hey, Luke, have you ever seen a UFO? No, we'll get back to that. Ask your question.
So what I gotta say is like this struck me because you don't see this a lot on Instagram. I have to give you huge respect for being open and devout about your religious beliefs. I think that's fucking incredible. What I have to ask, as somebody who is fairly religious, actually grew up Catholic, now I'm a Jew, so there's a lot of jokes there.
Traitor.
Yeah, Cheef is a reborn Catholic over the last few years. What is it? How has that been received in the industry, and how does it feel? Like I'm just kind of curious about that whole situation and how it's been received.
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it's the sport that we're all into, as well as like. I feel like there's not a lot of people in faith compared to a lot of other sports. So I feel like it's definitely, from the outside, it feels like it's not accepted as much. But yeah, I mean, it's been like I haven't had any negative things come from it, which I think is a part of having faith and going there and putting yourself out there and being strong and solid in your beliefs. And Red Bull, actually, when we were filming the thing, they wanted to touch on that as well, which is really cool because being on the having the platform they do, like you would think they'd be a little more hesitant to go there on live TV, and they're like, no dude, it's your story, like that's part of you, that makes you. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Just definitely like shouldn't hide it and put it all out there, and like that's me. If you don't like it, like whatever.
Fuck it. Couldn't agree more, dude. And I love that. Yeah. I love that the guys at Red Bull and the production wanted to kind of bring something light about that. I think it's really cool. I got a lot of respect for that, and I think Dylan. I think you and Dylan are both devout Christians. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. That's really cool, dude. I know the Jews killed Jesus. I get it. Don't hate me for that, please.
We just had a conversation about this.
That's not why we hate you.
I mean, it just makes us question, your thoughts, but
it's just more fuel for the fire.
Yeah, I really like the guy, but
fuck you both.
No, when you win Rampage, are you gonna pull a Sexton or whoever at the Supercross race? He's like, first person won't thank Jesus Christ.
Oh, you have to.
I feel like that's a number one move right there.
That's definitely happening.
I like.
Fuck that. Yeah, dude. What curious plans for 2025? What do you got going on? What's any video pats? Are you gonna submit for Rampage again? What's your 2025 looking like?
What's a pat?
Yeah, definitely submitting for Rampage again. It's one of those things that it's like you don't pre-quali and from the previous year, because I believe like top 8 placed get pre-qualified into the next year. So yeah, I didn't get top 8, so I got to put in again and get a submission in and all that. So I'm definitely working towards that. But yeah, other than Rampage, like not a whole lot going on. The industry is kind of in a weird spot right now, and not a lot of money to be thrown around to do cool video stuff. So I'll just be out here filming and doing my own thing. Like me and Dylan just go out with my camera and rake lines out and ride them and whatnot. And we have some plans to, do kind of our own thing and capture some more unique storytelling type content.
Sick. Kind
of through what we're doing out here and, how it differs from the norm and all that. So it's kind of just the plan. And then, I'll be at Whistler this year during Crankworks, just hanging out. I might do like speed and style and all that, but yeah, pretty loose program.
I got one more kind of Rampage based question for you. Are we getting to the level where it's just is it too stupid?
Too stupid.
Like, is it just getting too big? Like, can the bikes handle what's going to happen next in like 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, I think so. Like, even that Price is Right drop that a lot of the guys were hitting this year, that like however big it was, 75 feet or something like that. Even that thing is like, hearing from the other riders, like it's one of the smoother big drops they've ever hit.
Nice.
And then that's due to like the water access that we have during Rampage, right? So like we get full irrigation the whole 2 weeks, which then like totally changes the game with how you build and out there and all that. Like you can build massive stuff perfectly, given, you know, you use your time wisely to do that during the event. But yeah, it's always crazy, even like being in it and surrounded by it. It seems like such a, like, all right, how, like, where can it go from here? Like, can you do a bigger drop? But I think it's totally possible. I think it's mainly really hindered by location. Like, I mean, it's been at the same 4 venues for however long now, like 10 years or no, probably more than that. But yeah, so I think like how everything is now, like drops, you know, if they keep reusing sites, like the drops are going to stay the same. I think they're just going to see a lot of like trick progression and all that. So yeah, it's interesting, like the directions it could go. It could go anyway.
Cool. Do you want to answer some questions from our Instagram followers? These are always interesting.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Dinosaurus Rex asks, what do you consider your greatest accomplishment on 2 wheels?
Oh, my greatest accomplishment. I mean, it'd be easy to say Rampage because that's been like the big goal forever. But I think it'd have to be the 360 drop thing I did for my submission video last year into like this super disgusting shoot with like a 200-foot cliff at the edge of it. If I didn't make a sharp left-hand turn, I would like for sure would have died. And that one was probably like the greatest accomplishment. That was like a line I'd been digging after work, like into like the beginning of summer. So it'd be like 105 outside, and I'd go out after freaking work and kick rock and build this line. And yeah, I got it done finally, and then went out there and I hit, like one weekend I straight aired it once, and like somehow it worked, like God willing or whatever, it worked. So I was like, okay, cool. Sat on it for another week and like fixed the run out a bit so it was a little safer from this massive cliff edge. And then yeah, didn't even like test hit it, just like rolled into it and spun it super sketchy the first time and didn't die. And then I was like not stoked on the clip, so I went up and did it again. And that was just literally, it was just like one like Saturday morning. It was me, Dylan, my buddy Tony, who shoots photos.
Yeah, we know Tony.
Yeah, I love Tony.
We've had him on the show before, actually.
Yeah, he's been on.
Old Tone Dog.
No way. Yeah. So I was like, yo, dude, you want to come shoot this thing? He's like, hell yeah, be out there. And then Jasper Wesselman shot video on it, and it was just us 4 and like no real plan, really, just like, all right, well, we're gonna see if this works and see if I die or not. And then yeah, and spun it twice.
Excellent.
I'm still here.
Yeah, the flat 3 is it's a sick trick.
I got a question.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got a question from your homie, Dylan. Favorite MTB era, what's wrong with MTB now?
Ooh, what a good question. Don't ask JP that.
Right.
We'll never hear the end of it.
No, we won't.
Favorite era would probably be like 2015, 2016 era, like maybe give or take a year before and after that. Just because I feel like that was like really when I feel like bikes advanced, so then like the riding really like stepped up like a ton. Like the level of progression was just like insane, and I feel like that was a time when people are like, oh, what more is going to happen after this? And then also, like, it's super nostalgic for me. Like, I was in 2015, 16, like, I'm 15, 16 years old from Reno, you know, looking up to Zink, like, getting to ride with him sometimes and whatnot. And then I get to, like, watch my hometown hero on TV, like, do the most insane things on a bike. Like, that era was just, like, so prime. And I mean, even a little before that, too, like, the Where the Trail Ends era, when they filmed that movie, like, that I still watch that, like, all the time.
Same.
It's still good.
It's so fucking good.
Those were the days.
JP's over there. Like, I was peeking then.
It was rock hard.
I was just getting into it.
Yeah, and then I guess the second part to that question was, what was it again?
What's wrong with MTB now?
What's wrong? Wait, sorry, what was that?
What's wrong with MTB now?
All right, what's wrong with MTB now? Yeah, I mean, I think it's super. I mean, if we're talking about freeride alone, I think it's just like oversaturated, like insanely. But like the content's all the same. Yeah. It's like Virgin's the best place to ride in the world, but it's like everyone's doing the same, you know, 10 things or whatever all the time and posting it, and it's like there's not like a unique film coming out, and I don't know, it's just like it just kind of all seems the same, and it's I don't know, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit, because it's like, God, it's such like a magical place out here and all that, and it's like just getting freaking tainted by Instagram clips.
Yeah, I mean, we were recently talking about this in our group chat about Cheef was bringing up, he's like, he's not as into it as used to be because it's just oversaturated.
Oh, tainted by all the
I don't know, it's like a weird thing.
Dude, when I went down there back in the day, it was just like you would show up there, you would be the only people there.
I think it was that even like six years ago, like, you know, 7 years ago when I moved from Jackson to here.
Not even the amount of people, but like he was saying, just like and even like I said earlier, that's why as soon as I like hopped on Luke's page for 2 fucking minutes, I saw it and was like, this kid's unique. He's actually doing like when he says, yeah, you know, raked out a line and hit it. That's fucking free ride. Raking it out, moving a couple rocks and calling it a day, not patting it out, making a huge ass. And sure, some of the big ass shit, you want to make a nice smooth landing, this and that, but huge part of the free riding is like, free ride is no trail. It's not, doesn't exist. It's you're creating something out of nothing. And, you know, I only can get so much out of like going hitting the same shit over and over and over and over again.
Well, what is it? Bender said when he was on here, don't edit your landings.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you ask Bender, he'd be like, no, it's not big enough. Not till they're going 200 feet.
I went to my Bender drops to see if I had that, but I didn't. It's not here.
Oh, that's sad. Danny Fendler, who you might know, who's become quite an up-and-coming in here.
He was in here 2 nights ago.
What? With you?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Well, I told you I passed out on the bed.
What is he doing?
I can't remember, honestly.
I need to hit him up and get him to come in here with us and hang out.
Yeah, we'll get him in here. He wants to know what's your favorite drink after a ride, which is a funny question coming from him.
Favorite drink? Does this mean adult beverage drink?
It could be
any beverage.
Anything. Like whatever you like most after you ride.
And I think like just after like a sick spring session, sun's going down, like, or even in the fall too. Like spring and fall are the prime times down here, but natural light, not even natural.
Oh, no fucking way, dude.
There's Rob drinking his natty.
Yeah. It's just like it's the freaking beer free ride. Like,
yes,
it's too good.
Everything nice I said, I take back.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
yeah, it's too good. Just like, oh man, like that fueled a lot of the Rampage builds too.
That's awesome.
You want to do one more listener question?
We should do one more listener question and then do the guest question that we used to always do. That's okay. The thing. Do you want to do it?
No, you can pick.
Okay.
Can't wait to see what you come up with. I don't even want to ask half of the questions.
All right, I like this one because it rips on Cheef.
What? Why do you like that?
I'm just fucking with you. How does it feel to be so much better so much better than Cheef that he wants to take you?
What?
Oh my!
Where's this going?
Back 40 BJ.
Who sent that in?
Slick Honey So Cougar.
Who do you think?
It's not true at all.
I'm gonna need a repeat. We're gonna need it.
No, don't repeat
I'm
it.
not gonna repeat it.
No, you can repeat it. Repeat it.
So the joke and laugh was from one of our longtime listeners. Is how does it feel to be so much better than Cheef that he wants to take you for a back 40 HJ?
At least it became an HJ. It was a BJ a minute ago.
BJ for sure.
BJ.
Those
Whoops,
two
that's right.
definitely different.
Maybe you can take me out to dinner first.
You know what?
We're not going to balcony 1 or whatever. That's too expensive.
Funny enough, there's a back 40 restaurant in Heber. So
There is a back 40 restaurant in Heber. There is a long time joke running on this podcast.
Two birds, one
about
stone.
giving HJs at the back 40 in Arkansas.
In
I don't know when it came up, but
Okay,
that's
the
where the
serious
joke
one though,
is.
because I'm not gonna say I have, but ever crashed so hard you shit your pants?
That's a good question, actually.
It is.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
At Zink's event last year, I kind of shit my pants riding moto.
That'll do that.
Take that and save it forever.
And I was like, oh, that wasn't a fart. All right.
There's a lot of vibration. It starts working things down.
Yeah,
That's a little juicy.
it relaxes everything.
Speaking of Bentonville, Luke just entered the room.
Oh, nice. Good to see him again. It's good to be back. So
deal.
we have one question we ask everyone on this show. It doesn't make any sense. I actually don't even know why we ask it at this point. And I think it was one of the more autistic people on our show that helped come up with this question. Because we have an obsession with mini horses. And I hate dogs on the trail. So here's the question. Keep those two things in mind. You're riding down the trail. You think you see a dog run in front of you. You crash. You go flipping over. You realize you've hit that dog. Now you're laying on the ground and you're pissed off. You're like, damn dogs. Then you realize that dog is actually a mini horse. Are you more or less pissed off that it was a mini horse than a dog?
Oh, man. I think I'd probably be less pissed off. I don't even know if I've seen a mini horse before in my life. I'd probably be kind of like hyped that I'm seeing this mini horse for the first time. And then, I don't know.
That's a good answer.
I don't know. Maybe more pissed off, though, because they seem pretty dense. And like,
I mean, you're going over.
really hurt.
Yeah.
If you hit the mini horse that's hanging outside of my house, you're hitting straight dick.
As opposed to
that mini horse is 60% cock. Thing is huge.
There are mini horses in Rockville. As you head toward Zion, just look on the left. There's a bunch of mini horses in Rockville. So now you know.
Yeah, I'll have to go check them out.
Yeah, we noticed. Trust us. For some reason. All right. Anyone else got anything for him? Anyone in the Zoom room got anything for him?
We have no questions in the Zoom room, and I think we covered a bunch of the questions.
All right.
From the chat. So
all right. Now, since we're done with our questions, we ask our guests if they have any questions for us. So do you have any questions for the Gnar Couch podcast?
Yeah, let's see. You got a couple written down.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's got them written down.
Should we do a couple?
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll start off more chill. What's the most memorable mountain bike moment you guys have had, good or bad?
I got that one. That's super easy for me. You guys can go next. I just know this one. It was I was, I think, no joke on Whistler, sitting sitting off the trail, looking over the lake, and there was a cloud, like the clouds were clearing, and we were above the clouds, and you could just start seeing the lake. And I had just had one of the fucking most monumental runs of my life. I actually, like, that picture, somebody took a picture of me just looking out over the lake. That picture is my profile picture on Instagram. That is That's also my Zen moment. If I ever need to like relax, I picture that moment in my head, and everything changes. That's a great question, dude, and that was my moment. It's in Whistler, and I can't wait to get back and do it again.
I can say without a doubt, good for me was when I hit Ethan Nell's drop at, I don't know what site that was at. I can't remember. That was the first one. That was the first drop where I was like, this is pretty fucking big and I'm scared. And then like Matt Wares was there, who you ride with all the time, and he was like, you can do it, just send it. And I rolled into it like 100 times. There were like, I think we had like 20 people there. It was just like a huge crew, like a bunch of dudes from California were there that I ride with, and I don't know, it was really fun. And then it was Katie, my wife, who pushed me over the edge, and she just was like, I was looking at her, she's like, you can totally do this. And so I was like, fuck it. And I just let it go.
It's a great picture, too.
It was so smooth, and the pictures from it are so awesome. I still love those pictures.
Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy from, Jimmy Sendricks. Yeah. And then worst was last January when I landed on my head on Kong.
Oh, jeez.
That'll happen.
Same place you did.
Wait, on Kong?
Yeah.
I don't crash on Kong.
You did.
You crashed after Kong.
Oh, yeah, that's not Kong. That's that stupid fucking double at the very bottom. Fuck that thing.
I still hate it to this day.
There's some background to that, Luke. He texted our group chat.
I thought I was done.
Like he said, I just rode Kong, and then a few hours later we get a message essentially saying I'm super fucked up.
Yeah, I was in the hospital.
Did you crash on? At the bottom?
The very last step down.
Yeah, the step down into that double, the two jankiest parts of Kong. The smallest but jankiest.
Yeah, I shorted that step down.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I've like almost lost my life on that part a few times.
I told everyone, and you have to remember, like 3 years ago, I couldn't even ride like basic tech shit at all. And I just like made that my goal. I'm going to do Kong. And worked up to it. And then fucking when I crashed on that, it was so, it really made me sad.
You're done with the trail. You're like, oh yeah. And then you go hit that and you're like, oh shit.
And it looks so innocuous looking. But you look at the rest of Kong and it looks so much harder than that. And that part's actually harder than everything else leading up to it, I think. So those are my two.
Oh, am I supposed to go now?
Yeah.
I got like 69 on the list, yeah.
His number one was when he got second place in the Utah Gravity.
Chief, I'm going to fucking choke you so hard. I think one of the coolest things ever, because growing up, like he said, like watching Cam and those guys, or not, Cam, but the other Cam for me growing up was McCall. Yeah. And when I was digging at Rampage years ago, 40 and so, but Cam McCall came up to me, and I remember I had just hit, I can't even remember the movie it was in. I had hit one of the big hits in Virgin that like came down, and Rhino and I had kind of just kicked it out and brushed it up a little bit with our feet. We didn't even have tools. And this guy wanted to get a clip, and it was like a big left hand hip into like this little gut checker over this crevice, and when you would G out on the jump, your foot would hit the side of the rocks and hit it. And I remember somebody brought it up, and he's like, oh, I saw that was fucking sick. And he was like stoked that I went back and hit his old shit, and I was like, yeah, nice. I was like, hell yeah. And then the worst memory was probably snapping the shit out of my wrist on the easiest drop at Rampage on the lead up to the bender sender, because I was like, yeah, we still got enough light. I want to hit it so that I can hit the big hip after the sender. Yeah. Whiskey shot too late.
Story often told. Jimmy.
Oh, my.
You have to talk now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably my favorite mountain bike memory is when I watched Rampage when G was in it, and I think it was his first time in it, and we were kind of by that huge step down hip that he did,
Oh, I know where you're talking.
Yeah, he went down the mountain so fast, and then
He raced that mountain.
he hit a big jump right where we were standing, and in the air I could hear his discs like rubbing.
Oh, you've done
It's
not just me.
Hey, it's pro riders too. And the most recent bad thing to happen, Cheef was there for this. Like 2 weeks prior to this trip, I had seen Jazer and Rhino do this gnarly shoot off Nephi's, and it was in pretty rough shape. And then 2 weeks later or so, I was back, and I decided to try it with no experts around, just me and Cheef.
You do not want me to be the only one around.
And I rolled in way too fast, couldn't slow down, G'd out on the corner, got ragdolled around the next corner.
It was a nasty slam.
It was horrible, but I wasn't really hurt.
Yeah, so that was good.
And I looked at the shoot last weekend. I can't even recognize it.
No
It's so
experts
bad.
around is
It's blown up.
correct.
Right.
Well, those were some fun trips down memory lane. All right, you got one more for us, or do you want to, or did we take too long to answer? And are we boring?
No. Yeah, I got another one if you guys want.
Yeah, send it.
Sleep.
What's your least favorite industry trend?
Oh, can I have 20?
Can I go?
Please name them all.
Influencers?
E-bikes?
Ouch.
Yeah,
say-
I know everybody here's going to fucking e-bike. E-bikes are fucking stupid.
I'll say YouTubers, but they're on the decline, so
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah. Influencers are fun to make fun of.
That's
Yeah,
We
true.
wouldn't even have this show if it wasn't for influencers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as we're sitting here influencing about fucking mountain bikes. Fucking hate influencers, fucking dummies.
I mean, I do hate all of you.
Yeah, I think that's why I like you guys so much.
Hey.
'Cause I hate you.
Nobody hates me more than me.
Jimmy's back.
My thing is just, I think, I hate to say it because I'm all about people riding and having a good time together, but making it so wide ranging that everybody rides, but only like 5% of those that ride actually like truly love it.
Making
That's-
the trails too easy is what you mean.
This is it's kind of kind of it. Like I love a good fun blue flow trail because I have a 10-year-old son who loves them and has been getting better because of them. But I'd like more single track, black tech, steep loose, fun shit. Like
how mountain biking's supposed to
yes, absolutely. That's
Give you more travel, less technical. Good luck.
Yeah, give me big old. The fact that they're thinking about 36-inch wheels or some shit, like, fuck that. Like,
Wait, for real?
yeah,
We're going to be on penny farthings again?
200 mil penny farthing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would ride the shit out of one of those, but
yeah. I don't know. That's it for me.
Do you need like the opposite of a dropper post for one of those?
I think so.
It's just on the frame.
You just, you really sit down onto the post, if you know what I mean. It helps you steer.
Fun fact, my dad made one for us out of a unicycle
Wait, really?
when we were kids.
That's awesome.
Now I see where you get all that craftsmanship from. Well, Luke, man, it was great to have you on. We really enjoyed it. You can come back anytime, and can't wait to see you down in the desert. I'm glad, I guess, Boston Rob ran into you or Gabe, and you guys talked, and then you got on here. And nothing but the best of luck as you go for Rampage again this year. And
Thank you.
yeah, believe us, we were cheering for you.
Keep
for sure.
sending.
Especially like Katie was just like, that's that kid.
Like I said,
That's awesome. No, I appreciate it.
like I said in the email, dude, feel free to stay on. Just hang out. I can leave you unmuted if you want to like chime in occasionally. Like, you're more than welcome to. We have a few things to do, but like, super stoked having you on. I'll hit up Dylan too. We'd love to have him on too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I like Dylan a lot too.
Let him know that we're interested, and I'll shoot him a message on Instagram.
I didn't even know Dylan talked for like the first 6 weeks I ever met him.
Same. Yeah. We just rode together for a little bit, and then he opened up.
He's like, what's your name even? Dylan. Be louder than that. All right, man.
Watching.
Thanks for coming on. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate it, you guys.
Oh, good dude.
Thanks, Rob. That was a good get.
Good. I mean, don't thank me. Thank Gabe. Gabe's the one who fucking texted me. He's like, "Hey, my buddy Luke Whitlock is like interested in coming on the show. Like, I talked to him about it." I'm like, "Yes," and I immediately was like, "Well, you know what? I have to put together 12 shows, and I think this would be a good way to kick it back off."
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I could think of worst ways.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Worse ways.
Worst.
I
The
could think of worst ways.
You're like a misspelling on Facebook right now.
That's how I feel most of my days.
shall we do the question of the week?
I would rather we do oral connections.
And we have one.
Okay. Well, we haven't done one in like 3 months, so I'm not surprised that we don't have any. But anytime you want to call us, you can at 385-626-6231. That's 385 fuck man? Like, I don't know what that means. I'm just reading it off the log. Jimmy, do you have anything?
Haven't come
way
up
better.
with a good one.
All right. Well,
I love oral, though.
Yeah, call us anytime you want. Go ahead.
Hopefully this works.
Oh, God.
Welcome back, guys. You know what's weird? There are 3 main domains of life on Earth: prokaryotes, eukaryotes, and archaea. Prokaryotes are your bacteria, which are, they're everywhere. They're in, yogurt and cheese, Rob's butthole, etc. They're mostly really good for you, well, except what's in Rob's butt. But some can really hurt you. Think like C. diff or anthrax or botulism, etc. And then you've got the eukaryotes. Now that's where we are. More complicated single cell structures. We're multicellular beings. About half of the Gnar Couch listeners. Prokaryotes and eukaryotes can interact with one another from a pathogenic perspective too, like anthrax creating a toxin that literally melts your lungs. It's interacting with us, right? But what about that third domain of life? What are archaea bacteria? Well, they're everywhere, just like normal bacteria, but they're not quite the same. They have more complicated DNA. They have histones in their structure, which like normal bacteria don't. They can live in very, very nasty environment, kind of like, Rob's camper. They have way different cell wall structures, too. Essentially, they're totally alien to the prokaryotes. And the weirdest part, even though they're everywhere, arguably in more places than regular bacteria, there are no pathogenic archaea. They do not interact with humans like that. It's kind of weird, An almost alien, like, single-celled organism that cannot interact with human biology. And it's the third type of life on this planet, and we don't know where it came from. Anyway, have a good night.
So many questions to answer.
I was literally just thinking, like, can he start a podcast?
He should start it. I mean, he writes books. What? Luke didn't say his sponsors. I wanted to say Polygon for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, if he's still on there, he can shout out to him real quick.
He's almost fell over.
I need to get back.
The sponsors.
Shout the sponsors real quick.
Talk about your sponsors.
Yeah. We're rusty. We haven't done this in 3 months.
Yeah.
6 months. 10 months.
You're 4 months out, Rusty.
Yeah. This year, riding for Polygon, Michelin, Census Grips, and SR Centaur. I think that's it for the year.
Nice.
Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure we got that in.
Yeah, totally. Also, give us your socials and anything that you post content on.
What's your TikTok?
You got OnlyFans?
Fuck TikTok.
Oh, you'd hate my TikTok. I'm an influencer now on there. We just did a post that got like 30 million views.
Holy shit! Good job, dude.
Oh yeah.
What was it about?
Like
Getting a cafe latte?
I was riding this ridge is a POV shot of riding a ridge, and I found this audio on TikTok of some like street biker singing Taylor Swift in his helmet, and I just put the audio on because I thought it was funny, and it blew up.
Dude, that plays because I just had a really great conversation with Sebastian. He's trying to help us out a little bit to try to do some things because we want to do some fun stuff with this.
They both love Taylor Swift.
But he was talking about how it's the weird shit that you put either the audio over or you have the audio and you put a weird video over it that gets crazy hits on TikTok. So good job, dude.
Yeah, thanks. I just guessed. So lucky.
What are they? Luke Whitlock, just your name?
Oh yeah, it's just at Luke Whitlock _ I think that's covers like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything. So
all right, cool.
All the same.
Sweet.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around.
Enjoy the desert. We'll see you. Hopefully, if you're down there. If you ever make it up here, you know my number. Hit me up. We'll go riding and hang out and have a good time, dude.
You can always come stay in Uncle Touchy's mobile petting zoo if you need a place to stay
dude,
up here.
Look around in here. This could all be yours.
Yeah. Or if you want to sleep in an extra room in a bed and you're up here, call me. I'll take care of you. My kids will love you.
It's an extra room in a bed, but he's in it. He doesn't tell people that part.
Perfect.
Fucking thanks again, dude.
Love you, Luke.
Thank you guys.
You should do that to everyone.
Can I do that from now on?
do that to everyone.
Your sign off, dude.
I feel like I need to hold like a cigarette in one of those little holders. Love you, Lukey boy.
You actually sound like a 60-year-old hot chick when you do that. So do it again.
Love you, Lukey boy.
Whoa, what's happening?
Hey,
my pants.
Hey, big boy. I've thought about being one of those, ladies that you can call on a hotline. Be like, just like
That would be incredible.
We were talking about this in like our private chat yesterday because these two bike parks in near, I guess, Whistler somewhere are closing down for pickleball.
going to the dude.
geez.
Pickleball is the gayest shit I've ever fucking seen.
No, pickleball. Like, you ever seen pro pickleball?
No, I won't ever watch it because you ever heard of tennis? Tennis is
You watch tennis?
tennis is pickleball for people that know how to fucking play.
I haven't watched tennis since Martina Navratilova.
Ooh, she sounds hot. I don't know who you're talking about, but
Dude, she was super hot. Look her up.
usually pay attention to the boys.
Hot. She was one of the hottest. She was like,
I think you're no.
she was like Anna Kournikova, but hotter.
No, Anna Kournikova's
You should totally look at her.
Kournikova, why do I know that name?
because
Where's
she's
she from?
hot.
Because she was like 18 and banging Sergei Fedorov, the hockey player.
Anybody?
But he's Russian, so he doesn't know any difference.
No, that's true.
Russian.
Like, that's legal in Russia.
those
That's what they give you if you are a pro hockey player.
Yeah.
Like, if you play in KHL, we will give you 18-year-old.
Here's woman for you.
We think she's 18. We haven't checked her ID.
Woman, give it or take.
Don't go NHL. Stay KHL. Many women.
What's KHL? Kalishnikov Hockey League?
That'd be the sickest hockey league. It'd be like that Mutant League game, but way better. Just like dudes in those Russian hats skating around shooting at each
all
other.
drunk on vodka, just shooting the puck.
They probably have vodka in their Zamboni.
I want to play hockey on
That's
vodka.
what's on the
A
ice.
vodka bony.
I haven't played hockey in forever. I went into the locker room. Okay, so let me explain something.
Well, you guys, you played and you feel good.
Yeah, I feel great. You guys know this. There's Salt Lake, which is one thing. Then there's Provo, which is its own thing. And Ogden is definitely its own thing where I live.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Those
I
are
would
the
say,
three towns.
Yeah, in order of appearance, Provo, Salt Lake, Ogden, they get grittier as you go up north towards Ogden.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ogden's like, well, Ogden seems like North California, It's like anything goes.
It depends on the part of Provo you're in, because there's some really shitty parts of Provo.
Yeah, but the shitty parts are just like shitty Mormon people trying to.
Okay. So yes,
You're getting Book of Mormons thrown at you.
yes, but
They come out and paper cut you.
yes,
I'll
but
slit your throat.
here's the thing: when I owned my business doing property cleanouts, the most disgusting house I walked into was in Provo.
You walked in, you opened the cupboard, and cans
No,
just
no,
started dumping
Okay,
out
well,
of
you got
liquid death.
I walked in, I opened the door up, and there was syringes on the floor.
Ew.
Probably TRT.
Yeah. No, it was, and the plate. I walked out and I called the guy.
was
That
probably
sent me the contract. And I said, "I'm gonna need about another $10,000 to do this."
But I walk in the locker room, never seen this in Utah. Saw it a lot back home in St. Louis. And there's just beer and liquor for everyone in the middle of the floor on a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock for hockey. This is where I belong.
Hey, I feel like I want
I
to
don't even
play
drink
now.
but you're my people.
It's been a long time, but I want to
come on out.
I only played roller hockey. We didn't have an ice rink back in the Dalles, okay? All we had was a roller rink.
You didn't play hockey.
I didn't play ice hockey.
You didn't play hockey.
That is the pickleball of hockey.
Jimmy knows what's up.
Oh, hey, if that's what it takes, I'll agree. Because pickleball fucking sucks. It's so stupid. I will not play it.
You did play pickleball.
No.
It was just with a hockey stick.
You could still check people, all right? You can still get up in their face.
You're not really supposed to.
Yeah. So?
I did play college roller hockey. For one semester, and I was over. I realized
get a lot of traction
when it was too late. I tried to dive like you would on ice, and I just stopped and I just smashed my chin into the ground.
You hit the ground in your jersey and everything sticks. You're like,
yeah. And much like you, I did it because I had no choice. So I played pickleball of hockey.
Okay, all right, I'll take
which is what I'm calling roller hockey now. Anytime anyone says it,
the fact that you're taking bike parks, anything, and it's happening all around here too. We need to get our eyes on this. I mean, part of me is really excited to see all these people making this investment. It's going to just shit in their face in about 2 or 3 years, but. Pickleball, fucking just why?
Aren't you into old chicks though?
No, not if somebody invites me to go play pickleball, I'll laugh in their face and walk away.
Okay, but what if there's a bunch of hot 65-year-olds in skirts?
I'll go play tennis. If they can't handle tennis, they can't handle me. All right.
I just want to follow up. So you're
not that old yet.
Into old women who play tennis, but not who play pickleball.
Oh, if an old gal came up to me and she's wearing this short skirt and she's like, "You want to go play pickleball?" That's fucking gay. An old gal come up and she comes up, "You want to play tennis?" Even if she's a fucking 5 and the other one was a 7 or an 8.
You're reading my mind.
I'd go with the 5.
Because here's my next question: What if the pickleball chick is 20 and smoking hot, Victoria's Secret model before they were fat, hot, and dudes, and then the tennis lady
before they were fat, hot dudes.
Yeah. And the tennis lady is 65 and a 4.
Tennis lady. Do you know how much better that tennis lady's going to be in bed? She just got done running back and forth and given proper fucking backhands and overhands. And you know what else she's going to do with those hands?
See?
Yeah, the pickleball gal, she's going to be a dainty 20-year-old. You're going to be worried. And that's getting a little young for me.
Too much drama
30,
with 20-year-olds too.
28?
Still too much drama.
There's just
What's your lower end and upper end?
Wait, lower end and upper end for age?
Yeah, you're the only single one. So,
dude, you guys have all gotten more than I have in the last 2 years.
Well, yeah, we're married.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I'm fucking pathetic. But I'd say my low end would be mid 20s at the lowest, but mid to high 20s. And then at the high end, you should see some of the old guys. Okay, I've been watching...
He makes a good point.
I've been watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know what I realized? Cheryl.
She's hot.
She's RFK Jr.'s wife.
She's hot.
She looks like a monkey.
And
it is the mobile petting zoo.
Well, sign me up. I'm a zoom-in. What do you call somebody that works at a zoo?
A zoom-in?
A docent. You're a docent.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this is
Rob would fucking know that.
Why do you know that?
A docent. I just do.
Does this lead to some story with your wife?
No, but I learned things to make sure that I can bang chicks.
A docent? Wait, did you bang a docent once?
Sounds like you're having sex with a pastry. John Kilo has.
I would.
We're going to have him back on one of these days.
Ooh, can we please?
Oh, I want to.
I don't know what it is about that guy. He just gives me confidence. Makes me really just want to fuck everything in the room.
That's our cue to leave.
Since that, now do we want to do the question of the week? Because there's some gold answers.
What was the question of the week?
Name one other use for a dropper post. I have some of the answers screenshotted.
I don't know that I want to read any of these.
You know, you could call a dropper post an upper post, right?
Seems more accurate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you just sit on it; it goes down.
Like a up her post.
up his post. Up her post.
I can start. I have a good one here.
Oh God.
I like to use it for my fantasy crush play. I'm an Amazonian queen, and I'm crushing your Phoebe Peen. That's from Louis Brown.
I think that was feeble.
Your Phoebe Peen.
Feeble.
Crushing your Phoebe Peen.
I really need to stop bringing my glasses with me.
Rob's new nickname is Phoebe Peen.
The old FP. All I thought about was the chick on Friends.
What do we remind me? Phoebe Peen. Remind me next week to call him Phoebe Peen when we start the show.
Oh, well, Phoebe Peen would be PP, huh? PH.
FP, Phoebe Peen. Oh, that was so... I missed you guys so fucking much.
Dinosaurus, who's had a big night tonight, answering 2 questions and calling in, says to scare the rest of the competition in a gravel race. Because they don't use them, do they?
Yeah. I mean, they might nowadays. I remember the first enduro race I ever did was no dropper post. I was like... I don't need one of those, you fucking losers. I never needed one of those, and I went out, and it was the enduro race out at down south out of Vegas.
Oh, at Bootleg?
Bootleg. Holy fuck, was that a bad idea. Got the chode a couple times. So yeah, dropper posts will intimidate others that don't use them.
I got to read Elkins.
God. I don't want to read that one.
I will. Elkins _34. Sounding my penis. I pronounced it like you spelled it.
Spelled Peanus. Pianus.
Oh. I like
Penis.
I like photosensitive cycling.
What's the question again here?
What's another use for dropper post?
Okay.
Photosensitive cycling, aka Eddie Pliers, aka so many things. Currently, Dick Dynasty in the chat. You can disassemble it. Have an access powered bong. What? You're expecting to have it up your ass?
Didn't see that coming.
Dick Dynasty. Does his family make dildos?
I'm in my prime.
God, it's so good to see his face on the Zoom. Fuck, man. All you guys. Who's next?
Downhill penetration, uphill motivation. From Pooley88.
Oh, man,
he's a cool dude.
I have been chatting with him a bunch on Instagram. He's pretty psyched that we're coming back out. And man, I want to go to Australia just to meet him and Louis Brown. Like that's
I know why you want to meet him. I just heard his reply.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't 95% of the people who live in Australia live on 8% of the land or something there.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I think 93% of them listen to our podcast.
Something like that.
Right.
No one in Salt Lake listens. No one. Everyone hates us here.
Oh wow!
I can't imagine.
We go down to Virgin and people are just like,
oh, these fucking clowns.
We do have an interesting question here. Can I get the fenders I ordered last April?
that's a good question.
What? Oh, I didn't scroll.
Who's in charge of that?
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like that Spider-Man meme.
I checked
We're
out.
all pointing fingers at each other.
Well, whoever that is, Michael Van Hatten will figure it out and get you something.
Michael Van Hatten. Write it down. Because that's the problem. It's like, hey, somebody get those fenders. Wait, who? Well, the one that sent us the message. And I'm like, well, I don't get the messages, but I have the fender.
we gotta give you the password to the fucking Instagram so you can be in
Give you the fender password.
Somebody probably has already.
All right.
Anthony says butt scratcher. Is that internal or?
I've used it before. If you haven't been on a ride and lifted it up and gotten
a little itch, yeah. MTB Matt Colorado, aka Wienermaster, prostate exams.
Because he put a camera on it?
I don't know.
I did see somebody that had a trail bike built up. A trail bike, and that's another one of these fads that are stupid as fuck. His trail bike built up. It was on a dropper post, and his seat was at a fucking 2:30, 2 o'clock.
Gee.
And I'm like, what are you going to do when you lift that up?
It's because he sits when he rides downhill. He's confused. Well, I checked on the internet on how to put my seat for whatever I need.
Was it that adjustable seat mount
Oh,
thing.
fuck right off if you start talking about that. That's fucking.
Let's
same
click
as
our seat in
pickleball.
3 different ways.
Because I want to make sure it's in the right direction while it's slammed all the way down. You're not fucking using it when it's down. It needs to be in the right direction while it's up,
If
right?
you use your seat for anything other than doing suicide no-handers, you suck. Sorry, I take that back. You can also do T-box
Okay, those are good.
and cannonballs.
I like that. Wait, what's a cannonball?
Marcus PNW says, other than attaching a dildo, no clue.
The obvious answer.
Yeah.
From Captain Shrubface. Here it is. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
Sponge's mom.
no, there it is.
Mom. Sorry, mom.
Sponge's mum.
I forgot he's from the UK. Can you believe someone in the UK listens to this mess?
Sponge's mum.
Didn't we have like a couple listeners in Pakistan at one point too?
Oh God! Don't
Yeah,
say
but
that over the fucking airwaves. We're gonna fucking. They're gonna be on a list.
They were just the emails I was getting asking for money.
Dick Dynasty said he might put a dropper post on his road bike.
It's a good idea.
That sounds gay as shit. I've ridden my road bike a handful of times the last month.
I seen that.
Connie So Cougar says, launching dildo suction cup first into the ceiling to see if they stick. It's a drinking game.
Oh, and he had a follow-up.
Owen.
Oh,
no.
and come.
These people only think about two things.
Cum and dildos.
Oh, last one from Shrubface. Self BDSM on the old dangly bits.
Ouch. Black and blues.
I did walk out to my truck the other day and it had like not a full dildo, but like a massive butt plug. It was like tapered up like this. It was stuck to the hood of my Dodge.
Really?
Yeah. I drove through Heber for about 3 days with it. It was just kind of like jiggling around.
What was that? Did Puto put that on there?
No.
Did you?
No. Mm-mm. No, my friend that just got baptized into the Mormon church.
Oh, wow.
He put it on there?
Uh-huh. I think it might have been a little too aggressive.
I don't think most people in Heber knew what it was, to be honest with you.
No, there were like people like would stop and like look at it, and they were like part interested. It was like driving through an Amish place with like a muscle car or something. They're like, weren't offended, but just curious.
You know, you really got their brain turning.
Yeah, like,
If they ask too many questions, they're going to be offended.
that's why you just stare at them. Kind of
Aggressively.
Yeah, kind of spin your boogers in your finger.
I bet just with you driving around, if we were to check Google right now and see like how many searches for butt plug there were between like last week and this week in Heber, they've gone way up.
Yeah, I would
Just from
imagine. Butt plugs in Heber. It's on
We
the
should
ground.
open a store
Butt plugs in Heber.
right next to the knife shop there.
BPIH.
You know, there's a famous train up there called the Heber Creeper.
I feel so bad for the kid who's called that in the high school.
Heber?
The Heber creeper.
Yeah, there's got to be a kid.
Hey, creeper, get over here.
Okay.
Heber Creeper, that's Tommy.
So speaking of schools, I was at my kid's soccer game last night, and I'm walking around the halls of this middle school in South Salt Lake, and all over the walls they have these pictures of these kids that are in the high school, and they're saying, I'm going to college, I'm going to be a whatever. And one picture in particular caught me as really funny, and I sent this picture to the chat. The name of the person was Nasty Ho.
Oh, yeah.
Nasteho. I
thought that was just an internet thing you found.
no, that picture was actually, that's I could show you the original, the uncropped version. I couldn't believe
That's
that.
like one of those like urban legend names, you know, like Shatheed. Like, yeah, there's a girl named Shatheed in 4th grade. No, there wasn't.
Oh,
Shatheed Ibrahim.
I'll have to take another unedited picture of it, but like, yeah.
While we're speaking, sorry, it just popped up on my phone. I know that we had messaged about it, but a very good friend of the industry and of mine, and everybody's probably come across him.
Yep. Solid dude.
Yeah, Kevin Boyer had a spilly majoo on his snowboard and big spinal cord injury, basically immobile from the waist down, and really could use some help. And I mean, he's been getting a ton of help, but for a good reason. He's a good dude.
Great dude. TRP,
check it out.
TRP, great brand. They're helping him out too.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll post that. We'll post the link to that in our stories. Yeah. Please, if it's only like a few bucks.
If I can throw $20, so can you.
Yeah. Let's get together and take care of this guy. TRP has recently taken care of both myself and Jimmy and Kevin. First time I met him in person was at an OTG, and then I met him again at a Death Rut Classic, and he was, dude, love the show, like, fucking great job. And I was like, I'd never met you, dude. I met you twice. Super cool guy, and anyone that has as much support from really good friends that I have that has been getting this support. I got a few messages saying, hey, can you make sure this goes up to the Zach texted me as well.
Old Kev Bot's a fucking real dude.
Great
He's a
dude.
Good guy.
Please, if you guys can spare anything, a few bucks, just we'll post the GoFundMe on our stories. Please give what you can. He's a great dude, and we want to see him get better.
Yeah, that was sad to see.
Yeah, that shit always fucking. I mean, just the fact that you could be out for another day riding and like that. It's some hard shit. We've all been that close to it before.
Life is a fickle bitch.
Yeah, when I don't like really know him. I know of him.
Yeah.
And I think I've met him when I was at TRP, and like it's kind of cool because if you go to TRP here, they'll give you a good treatment if you go to like their home office there in Ogden, which is like right up the street from my house. And TRP is a great company, and they make really good brakes.
Yeah.
If I wasn't the brokest human alive right now, I'd have them on all my bikes. But,
get them.
Well, do you want to get a code?
I mean, I don't want to pay for anything right now.
I get it.
I have a wife who doesn't work.
No, Rob, he doesn't want codes. He wants TRPs.
There's only one of us. only one of us out there has a truck who looks like his wife's got a good job.
It ain't me.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Mine's not even a truck.
Oh, my truck ain't out there because it's got a broken water pump.
That's how we know you're the redneck of the group.
I was trying to go ride on them ski slopes, and then the fucking shit just started pissing everywhere. I didn't know what to do, so I went home, drank a couple beers.
But yeah, if you can give to that, please do, because I don't know, they're a good company, and he's friends with like all of my friends.
Everybody.
And
everybody knows him. He's the most, like, you come across him, he's the most nonchalant Jimmy-like kind of guy ever. Just like super chill. Doesn't say a ton, but is like very genuine.
I thought for sure when I saw that it had to be a bike crash.
I thought it was too.
No, snowboard.
I know that happens on snowboards, but it happens so much on bikes. So often now more
surfaces.
Than ever.
Yep. A lot of hard surfaces.
I think that has to do with like what we were talking about earlier, like how the bikes have gotten better. You can go faster. The thing that really changed with bikes was it wasn't the travel. It was that they got longer and they got slacker. Yep. That's what changed everything. So you got a 130 bike that's longer and slacker.
I fucking love a long slack 130. I'll tell you.
But that's that's what happened in that 2015 era.
Yeah. There was a point where they didn't know how to do the geometry. Yep. And they're like, big long, big slack, 180, trail bike. And now you can have a 160 trail bike that actually fucking rides.
Yeah.
And that's why you see so many people like not riding downhill bikes as much, because you don't need one.
As awesome as they are, you don't fucking need them anymore. Look at the Vampire.
Get yourself a Vampire.
His is a downhill bike.
Yeah, how do you like that
downhill bike with a 180, but
we haven't talked to you since you rode it.
No, this weekend I was like, I need to get that dual crown in there.
Just for like the down south shit?
Yeah.
For the bigger stuff?
So I haven't even put it in the 220 in the top hole.
He's scared.
He's scared to
put it in that top hole.
There's nothing up here to use it on.
Yeah. Dude, that was still the interview with Chris. Every time he'd talk about the top hole, the bottom hole. Every time I was just like,
Why does he keep coming on this show?
I'll get him back too. You were sharing microphones with him. You had to bite your tongue.
Well, yeah, you'd be like bottom hole. I'm like, yeah, dude, you about the bottom hole. And he just look at me.
I've seen a few of them now floating around yours, and
there's
then
a lot.
Bree and
bottom hole.
Our friend Zach has one. They're sick looking bikes.
Gabe's got one.
Ivo has one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Ivo
saw his. His has a dual crown, Olin's on it. Shit, it looks good.
It does.
It'd be a truly rowdy bike if you put it in full downhill mode.
Oh yeah, it seems. I sat on Ivo's and the geometry and everything. Like it felt good. I'd like to go ride it around a little bit. Speaking of, sorry we didn't have our jerk hand tonight.
Where is Jerk Hand?
He's out with the MFT crew. What's that
Ritual?
show?
He texted me.
Is that one tonight here in Salt Lake, and then tomorrow in Ogden,
and then the next day in Provo?
Yeah, thanks to MFT for sending us tickets to Ritual.
Oh, that movie.
Wait, did they send you tickets?
Well, they offered me tickets.
I was gonna say, I was like, make sure you didn't tell him you wanted tickets and then didn't get them. He told me I'll get you tickets, but only if you're gonna use them.
No, man, I'm on the team, bro.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I can't do that though. I want to learn that accent.
What do you mean? It's just a Mexican accent.
Yeah, but I sound like French or something. I'm like MFT.
It's Italian.
Whatever.
It's like when you try to do a Boston accent and sound like Canadians from South Park.
I don't know what's happening.
Hey guys,
hey guys, I'm from Boston.
MFT, right?
MFT.
MFT.
You want to some of mom's spaghetti?
You sound like Luigi Mangione.
Oh.
That dude was cool.
Was that too soon?
Too soon.
It's not cool to kill people.
Some people.
I mean, he did it pretty cool. Except, okay, you find him.
We don't have to go down this road.
With the gun and the silencer.
I know.
And a manifesto. Everything in the backpack while he's getting fucking coffee. Set up. I don't know. Maybe he did it.
Getting set up.
We'll probably get all the papers in 50 years.
Yeah.
So
and
it's like,
half of them are going to be redacted.
Yeah.
You'll be able to read every third line.
It's not even healthcare. It's like all insurance is a fucking scam, dude. Like, so since we met last time, some kid crashed into my car. And it totaled my car. All it did was rip the bumper off, and then they totaled the car. Okay, which I thought was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Just
then
like
I started thinking about just pulled the bumper off. There's like no structural damage to the car that I could see.
$600, $1,000, something like that.
You would think.
Not anymore.
You would think, but it's this giant assembly now, right? There was nothing wrong with the radiator. Like one of the lights was still intact. Like, so you're looking at it, you're like, there's no way that there's that much damage on that car. But then you like figure out what they do with the car. So they're totaling more cars than ever now.
Oh, yeah.
Like I went down a rabbit hole on this because I'm like, why am I getting fucked around on this?
I see where this is going.
Business.
Yeah. And
so they're totaling it, taking it and selling it?
They total it, right? And I was thinking about how the money would work if they had paid me out. They actually are going to get more money for totaling it and then auctioning.
And then reselling it.
Yep.
Yeah, and reselling. So
It's happened to us.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Shit.
in the end, they'll end up with more money that way.
Big insurance.
So they're not there for you.
Big insurance. No. They're there for them. You think insurance ever wants to fucking pay? Dude, I pay fucking hundreds every month. My boss pays hundreds. I pay hundreds for insurance. I break my wrist. I got each surgery I went into was fucking $2,000 out of my pocket. Plus. And they're like, oh, well, you have insurance, so you're going to pay this. There's this guy I saw the other day. He's like, he's on the phone. And he's like, oh, well, I have insurance. Why my ambulance ride was only $600, and then when I gave you my insurance, now it's like $2,600.
Right.
Yep. And they're like, oh, well, that was the uninsured price. He's like, well, so can I retract my insurance and just pay you cash? He's like, I have cash. No. Since you have insurance, we have to charge you the insurance
So
rate.
he's going to pay $600 or more out of pocket.
Yeah. Well,
So
and that's he
his
could have paid
deductible's
$600
probably-
cash, no insurance. But then as soon as he gives him their insurance pays the fucking $5,000. He still owes $2,000. Dude, my fucking I came from 45th South to 53rd when I stabbed my eye with a bayonet and had to go to the hospital. and it was a fucking $5,000 ambulance ride, and I still had to pay like $2,500 or $3,000.
Oh, dude,
it was insane.
Dude.
So if you go back to the car, okay. So let's say the payout was just $11,000. Let's say the insurance company is going to give me $11,000.
Give you 11.
Okay, and let's say I owe like 13 or whatever. I don't know what I owed on that car. I can't remember. All right. Well, they're out $11,000 is what you think. Or if they had to pay to get it fixed, it would have cost them $5,000, right? Well, now they can turn around and sell the car for $8,000 and they're only out $3,000. So they're weighing that all the time. They're just there to fuck you, not help you. And same thing. So I had surgery on my right hand. I dislocated my finger at I Street. I didn't have insurance. And so I go to the surgery center, and luckily the surgeon he was a mountain biker, and he was willing to actually do the surgery for no cost. But they still had to pay for the room. Yeah. And so the guy comes in, and he goes, the guy who's running the surgery center, he says, "Hey man, if you can get $800 in cash, we'll just do everything for $800. And I was like, shouldn't this be like $11,000 or something ridiculous? He's like, only if you have insurance. He's like, well, always. And he's like telling me like in like these
don't even go in and claim insurance.
He's like, we'll charge insurance as much as we possibly can.
Yeah, every time.
And so that's why you see like all these fucking, and it's so crazy because my cousin's a spine surgeon, like top of the game, right? He doesn't make shit compared to like an administrator. And in the end, you know, because he's paying so much money for like going to medical school for the last 15 fucking years. And so like you're looking at, so now you're a spine surgeon and you're making like $200,000 a year by the time you get taxed. Is that even worth it?
So this is a sticky, tough subject for me right now. So back in 2022, I had some mental health issues and I ended up going to the hospital for them. We paid all the bills that we got. We got one thing and we said, oh, you guys need to resubmit this to the insurance company. Never heard a thing about it. 2 weeks ago, I got served.
My best friend back home served people.
I got served
kind of a
for
fun
collections from the thing that company was supposed to resubmit to the insurance company. And here's the kicker of it. The whole thing is less than $1,000.
Yeah. It's like, just tell me.
Yet I got served for it. And I actually talked to the first letter we got that we like rate. My wife is like very on top of finances and bills, and even if I get medical bills under my name, she opens them and fucking takes care of them. So she never got anything. We got one letter once. I called the place. I said, you need to resubmit this. This didn't get covered. Never heard a thing. Fucking not this past Sunday, last Sunday, I'm walking around my fucking front yard, and some guy walks out to me. He's like, "Oh, you Robert Lemieux? Are you one of the Lemieux?" And I'm like, "Well, first of all, I thought, well, maybe this dude is from our synagogue and come."
You
and
always
say
no.
And I immediately thought because I have so much stuff going on. I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude? He's like, "Oh, hey, I'm here to serve you. You need to sign something." I'm like, what the fuck?
Say, no, actually, my name is Jesus Christ. I've never heard of you before.
Well, also, I gotta
tell
ask
him every time.
I gotta ask you. First, there are a few things you could have done here.
Yeah.
Legally. One, you could have been naked in your backyard like you normally are. Just go walk around back there naked.
I was in my front yard.
But why?
You could be...
I'm just saying you have the opportunity to be naked in your backyard.
Yeah, so go in the back.
Just go in the
naked.
Back. So from now on, we've learned our lesson. Yeah. And then the other thing, you just say I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
Well, and then they'll feel bad for you.
No, I'm not Rab.
like especially right now.
I'm not Rab. I'm a Jew.
And then the attorney will be like, "Well, I am too." So
yeah, he's like, "I'll just throw this in the garbage."
There's a thing there because I have a bunch of really good friends that are Jews.
Shalom! I'll throw this in the garbage.
Jimmy has on his Blizz. We still have a discount code for you at Blizz.
No way.
Like 5 years later.
Yes, we do.
I tagged Blizz the other day. I felt special.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need new photochromic, like regular photochromic.
I need like new glasses.
Like, not like Jimmy's has on. I have those.
I need like new. So the regular ones that you gave me a while back, that's what I'm riding my bike in. They're great glasses, but I will say for road biking, not the best.
Photochromic is more what you want, or like What's the other thing they want? You always want polarized.
Yes.
Polarized.
Polarized.
Unless you're trying to look at a screen, then I feel like I'm tripping.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
But if you go to enjoywinter.com and go over to the Blizz section of the website and use the code SPONCHESMOM, SPONCHESMOM, SPONCHESMOM still gets you 40% off.
Damn.
So 20% off, 40% off, 30% off.
Still more percent off.
I can't remember. I don't. How much is the discount for everything?
30.
30. Okay, 30% off. Not 40% off. 30% off. Why did I say 40?
Not all the way.
Not all the way, but
Sponge's
get you
mom
going.
gets you 30% off.
More off. Okay.
You're responsible for the other 70%.
I looked over and Jimmy was slipping those on so just like meticulously,
It was time.
and he felt like John
He
Wick.
lets us know when it's time to wrap things up.
The nards need to be heard.
All right. Jimmy's Baiku is being brought to you by Blizz.
The following Baiku is based
Into the desert to look at big jumps and drops and ride easy trails.
Happens so much.
It happened again.
That's probably the smart play.
That's my life, though.
I had kids with me, though.
Well, and we were just talking about insurance and surgeries and this and that. The easy trails sound way better after that.
Yeah, like I was working out yesterday and body does not move like it did 10 years ago.
I thought about working out yesterday.
I thought about jerking off yesterday.
Well, go to the shower.
I
No,
did.
the toilet. You know how I work.
Yeah, you guys are married. I can just jerk off in my bed. It's nice.
Clip that.
It's not I don't get in trouble if I get caught in the shower with my phone.
Dude, would it be weird for me to jerk off in my bed with my baby and my wife?
Yeah, just a little bit. I usually make my dog go lay on the ground while I do that. I'm like, I don't want you leaning up against me. This feels weird.
Might be the start of a new kink.
Jay Prizzle said you wrote a whole baiku about him. Wienermaster said, I'm going to bounce, guys. So glad you're all back. I just wanted to want you to know, when I heard that the show was coming back, I got an amazing tingle in my dingle. And there's several emojis, a beer emoji, a hat emoji, a Hollands emoji, and a laughing emoji.
Wait, a Hollands?
We do have a couple of older comments, though, here. Let's run trains.
Like how old?
Let's run trains and heater.
She's still hot?
We don't have to do those.
Does TRP stand for Trans Racing Putos?
Oh, boy.
I have some jokes from Wienermaster. He's been sending me. He's been texting me this.
Oh, I love him.
Because I'm not on
jokes.
Instagram. I gave it up for Lent again.
Proud of you.
What do you call two octopuses that look the same?
I don't know.
Identical. Girls nowadays are like a box of chocolates. Some have nuts. That was your last tweet you sent me.
Hey, guys, this is a new year of Gnar Couch. We're supposed to be like DEI certified or something, aren't we?
We are.
DEI is over.
Doge actually checked us out. They said we're good to go.
You know, it was really funny. After I wrote our last article on narcouch.com.
That was so good.
Which
The amount of
we lost 200 followers.
Good. Fuck those guys.
And then I wrote it, and I was thinking about it, and it shouldn't have been like women's like mountain bike groups. It should have been like women's mountain bike meme makers. Would have made more sense. But that being said, everything in that story is true and told to me by women.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean, not exactly true. It's like based on a true story.
Even the story wasn't the part that was so funny. It was the reaction to the story that confirmed said story.
And the AI.
It's just amazing. That was
The AI image was so good.
Well, and Eric the other day, he posted something about it was like the Goodfellas where they're all laughing in the bar like and it was like, you know, me and my friends laughing at liberals blowing up on the internet, and literally this chick at 6:30 in the morning
That's all you have to
never
do?
talked to. He's never talked to.
Bot.
Writes him fucking... No, it was this chick that he, like, knows, but she has never talked to him online. Writes him this fucking 10-page essay.
I think he sent me that.
And I was just like, Oh, well, so
Waste of time.
you're confirming the meme that he spent 10 seconds to post about how you're freaking the fuck out about nothing.
my favorite comments on that one were the people who were like, just from a guy who's mad he doesn't get invited on any women's rides. And then later, literally, like 5 days after I wrote that, I was riding out at Antelope Island with only girls.
It was you and a bunch of girls.
Women.
You sent it to us.
Yeah.
No.
It was me and 3 women riding bikes at Antelope Island.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, all of us pretty much ride with women every time we ride.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, just kidding. I fucking hate women.
Right.
They shouldn't get on bikes, losers.
I was thinking about it and like coaching people, especially on backflips. I've coached a bunch of people on backflips now. And like, I'm not here to make you feel good about doing a backflip. I'm here to make you do the backflip, right? Like, I'm not here to like make you feel like this is a good feeling thing because you're doing it. I'm here to make you do the thing, then feel good.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm not gonna make your feelings my priority.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and try and make you feel. Gonna make you better.
I'm gonna make your progress my priority.
Yeah. Every time I help teach somebody how to do something on a bike, I make them feel like shit until they just do it. Because when you're real hard on yourself, that's when you'll do something. When you feel good about yourself, you're just gonna sit in your own fucking goodness and stay there.
But it's so funny to like read the comments to the people who have no idea how we all actually operate.
I know. Hey, stop trying to lie. We're all a bunch of misogynistic pieces of shit.
Dude, I've been like
we
the
hate
most
women,
encouraging
we
person.
hate children. We don't want anybody on bikes except for us. And that's it.
I got this today.
I mean, the last statement, I don't want anybody else to ride, but that's true.
That's kind of true.
Maybe it was stay off my trails yesterday or today. So I got this. So you guys are all familiar with this scene, right? This feature, this site in Virgin.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. And it says, happy day we met. Thanks for saving my life and being friends. So when I ran into Aubrey at this poop shoot, she was sitting there contemplating it. And I guess I was a Chad because I was like,
you
looking
were
at her,
mansplaining, weren't you?
and I was like, have you ever ridden this? Because she looked very sheepish.
Did you manspread on your bike and then
like,
mansplain?
Hey, did you know women can't fucking ride shit like this?
Actually, I don't think you should do that. You might want to pack up and go home.
And she in her Aubrey way said no quietly. And I was like, well, if you're going to, here's what you should do. Because I had just ridden it for like the first time, maybe like a month earlier. And she's like, if you wouldn't have told me what to do right there, I would have killed myself. And I was like, I'm glad you waited to kill yourself later in our friendship when I was telling you what to do. Because we wouldn't have gotten far.
Glad you listened after we were friends.
Yeah. Aubrey!
Yeah. I was about to ask what her name was.
We would just leave it at that.
I like
that. Someone's got to run the TikTok. It's not going to be any of us. We don't know what we're doing.
No knees, Aubrey.
So yeah, that whole story, it was women telling me their stories about their rides. And like the story that was funniest was when they're like, yeah, they canceled the rides so they could go protest stuff.
Oh my God.
Like, dude, I would never cancel riding if I didn't have to.
No.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, I get so mad I can't go to High Street like every day
lame.
now.
Yeah, when are we going to go back to Ice? I really want to go ride.
It's all shitty right now. I just talked to Jordan.
I got 2 wheels sitting on my countertop I got to build.
Well, let's get Nards up. And we didn't get to everything we wanted to get to tonight, but that's okay.
There's only a Nard.
Oh, well, who's left?
Luke is still here, but I'm not sure if he's still here. He's more than welcome to jump in. I'll ask him to unmute. And then I can play the Free Ride for All song here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, here we go.
Who's left?
Just Dick Dynasty.
Dick Dynasty. Welcome to the show.
It's good to see you, bud.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a long day. I was in Pittsburgh earlier today, and it was a trying day.
Oh, day.
Very trying. But I have a couple things for you. I mean, I've been saving this load up since the last time I saw you guys.
So ready
and,
for it.
What? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just saving this load up.
Release.
Yeah. Shit. What was I gonna say? Oh,
Give us that
I'm trying
load.
to get an insurance salesman. A slip on like cement and stuff, and pay for pylons to stick in my ass. So, but in the house, Cheef might like this, so I'm gonna go around and.
All I heard was Philadelphia and something to stick in his ass.
Oh no! Look at this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love that. Look at all those skateboards. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, good job. That's awesome.
Excellent.
So this is one of my old ones right here. This one is a Christian Fight Act from Black Label.
Nice.
We have one signed by Joss.
Nice.
Another signed by Jamie Thomas over here.
Ooh.
And I'm not done yet.
Yeah, keep it up.
Sick, dude.
Those are dope.
So yeah.
Yeah. Those are awesome.
Thanks.
I like them. All right. That was a great show.
I'll sign one for you. I can pop shove it.
Thank you to Dick Dynasty.
That's still my favorite name, I think. 'Cause I hate Duck Dynasty, and so Dick Dynasty is amazing.
Thank you to Luke Whitlock. Thank you to you three. Thank you to my wife. Thank you to my kid. Thank you to your wives and kids.
Thank you.
Thank you to
Just Be Coming Back.
Thank you to the little leprechaun you killed to get that uniform.
Actually, Rach got this for me for. Oh, whoops. My wife got it for me for Hanukkah this year.
What a Hanukkah present.
That's great. I love it.
Thank you to my friend's wife and kid who have a steak ready for me at home.
Ooh.
They want me to find a girlfriend, but
you're there cooking.
That's what I'm like living at their place, and I'm like, what do you mean you want me to find a lady? I come home, you've already cooked dinner. You're an amazing cook. I get to go and just sleep with my dog and hang out by myself.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna hop too.
Yeah, stay single.
Nah, dude, don't.
I'm
just
trying.
wish you and Gabe would have kids, man.
Gabe got. He's never gonna have kids.
I know, it makes me mad because they'd be good dads.
I actually had that conversation with him once. I was like, dude, you'd be such a great dad. He's like, I'm way cooler as a fun uncle, and that's all I care about.
I'm a good fun uncle, but I haven't tried to nip my nuts. But I know one doesn't work, and I think the other one's been beat up enough. I don't think I'm worried about it.
Most
if
of the
it comes
people
out, it's gonna be like half a kid. Not a good swimmer, I'll tell you that.
It's gonna be like what's his name from the Goonies? Hey, you guys! It's just gonna pop out like that.
My loads are not what they once used to be.
Where its testicles are, its misshapen head is gonna be. Testicles are on top of its neck.
You don't want to see me with a bald head. You think this is bad?
Yeah, grow that fucking hair back out. I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he can pull it off because he's still got a good mustache.
True.
I just shaved it in the other day. I had
strong
a big beard
mustache.
that was driving me nuts.
And he's tall. Tall drink of water.
I'm not.
Let me tell you, brother.
I'm not trimming the beard again until TDS, and then it's gonna get changed. Then it's gonna get trimmed into the mustache.
Can we start calling it titty ass?
Titty ass.
I mean, it is the Dirty Sanchez, so it's
Like the actual name is worse than.
yeah. People like TDS. What does that stand for? I'm like, the Dirty Sanchez. They're like, oh.
Greatest family in mountain biking.
Urban Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely.
4, Jimmy Sniper. Oh, who do we have next week?
As much as we made fun of influencers tonight, we actually have an influencer on tomorrow night, next week.
That's okay.
Mr. Colorado Joe, the Colorado Kid.
Oh, he finally made it.
We shall talk shit.
And he will accept it.
I know
he's a good dude.
He's a good sport.
I don't know. I don't know any. Like, honestly, I don't watch any of it.
I don't either. I like him because all I did was talk shit when I met him, and he took it like a champ. He gave it right back to me.
What did you say to him? You fucking suck. You just sit there and like declare things to him. Like,
I mean, it's just all the shit that I always want to say, like, whose dick do you have to suck for that? You know, and it's.
Were you drunk?
Well, I was at TDS for sure.
So yeah, okay.
Well, and
one whiskey too many.
Yeah, I've seen you before.
God, if you came up to me drunk, I'd be terrified.
Beer spilled all over me. Seen you on that stupid gay app, that Instagrams.
Fucking lunatic with a cut off fucking flannel on.
You even ride bikes, son? What you doing here?
Like as your eyes slowly crossing as you talk more.
Oh, they're already crossed. You think they're crooked now? Wait till I get drunk. They just start fading.
Well, and it was TDS last year that I was like, all right, he's actually a really, really good dude. It was fucking Normal Sebastian that was like, you need to get to know him. He's a really good dude. And then I did, and I busted his balls a little bit and then laughed with him. And the next day he put me in a reel. I was like, okay.
See,
you got a touch of that fame. And then you were just like, I'm in.
Now I like you.
He just abused the accent. That's all he did. He's like, oh, I need the Boston heckler in this. Oh. So anyways.
Normal Sebastian sounds really weird.
He's not normal.
You know the Normal Sebastian guy?
It's Mr. Normal.
Saint Sebastian.
Mr. Normal.
Anyways.
For Jimmy.
Don't buy a Fender.
Been saving that?
No, I just thought of it.
So good. Funniest man on the show.
Uncle Touche.
E-bikes are gay.
For Bobston Ross.
I am not sorry for laughing, and I'm not sorry for being back. I'm so fucking happy.
My name is Cheef. I'm a horrible narcissist, and that is the Gnar Couch Pod Show.
Oh, fuck.
You didn't really fuck anything up, so that was... All right, well, we almost had a clean show. I mean, you were so close.
I forgot to do the gnarly thing, too.
God.
Yeah, I did pretty good.
He almost had a perfect show.
You know what's going to make it perfect, though?
Jimmy just rolled his eyes. Jimmy hates you.
As soon as he fucked up, I knew we were back.
That's what we do.
We're back.
Gnar Couch is the gnarliest.